Update, 4:17 p.m. Pacific Time. What about Microsoft? The House Judiciary Committee has focused on major platforms Facebook, Apple, Amazon and Google, first as part of an investigation that concluded last year, and then as lawmakers have talked about the need for antitrust legislation. But some Republicans on the committee, led by Representative Thomas Massie RKY, contended that Microsoft escapes the provisions of the bills even though it has a market cap that recently passed $2 trillion. The threshold for what companies are covered by the legislation is a $600 billion market cap, but some lawmakers also point to other criteria, including that a platform is a critical trading partner, or that they serve as a gatekeeper that controls access to a marketplace. The argument came as lawmakers debated a bill that would require that large platforms make their user data portable, as well as their services interoperable with rivals. Massie accused Microsoft of having mysteriously avoided scrutiny. Representative Darrell Issa RCA questioned why the four tech giants were singled out and not others. Representative David Cicilline RE, who leads the Antitrust Subcommittee, said that there are no exemptions for specific companies in the legislation, adding that it is broadly applicable to firms that meet a definition for covered platforms. He also said that there was no mystery to the legislation, a version of which was introduced in the Senate 2 years ago. Representative Pramila Jayapal DWA said that Microsoft would likely fall under the definition of a critical trading platform via its cloud services. Lawmakers also removed language that could have narrowed the scope of which companies were covered by the legislation. They amended the legislation to strike the word mobile from mobile operating system. Update, 12:22 p.m. Pacific Time. A bill that could give state attorneys general greater leverage in antitrust cases cleared the House Judiciary Committee, drawing a bipartisan group of supporters and detractors. The committee voted 34-7 to advance the legislation, which would prevent cases filed by state attorneys general from being transferred to another jurisdiction, potentially to the advantage of a defendant. Some Democrats opposed the legislation, including Representative Zoe Lofgren, DCA, whose district includes parts of Silicon Valley. She said that the legislation risks creating a parallel track of antitrust lawsuits. Update, 9:57 a.m. Pacific Time. The House Judiciary Committee advanced the first a half-dozen bills aimed at big tech, approving a bill that would increase merger filing fees to give the government more money to enforce antitrust laws. The bill was viewed as the most uncontroversial of the six being marked up on Wednesday, but lawmakers still debated over it for almost 3 hours, at times getting well beyond the issues at hand. The committee voted 29-12 to advance the bill. Republicans Ken Buck, Chip Roy, Burgess Owens, Matt Gaetz and Victoria Spartz joined all Democrats in support.